jetty magic right there. It's pretty. She's been beat up a little bit, probably from that battle. Striper. Should I get the net out for that? I don't know. Let's scoop it out. I think that's a good idea. Got one for the camera. So I'm on back. Just below the eye. Yeah. I put you on the spot there, Ted, right in that corner. Alright everyone, welcome to Flippin' Fins tie-up session. This is a live lining show for the north side of the inlet. This time this year I covered the Coast Guard wall, went out to the North Jetty, fished both incoming and outgoing tide for this show. So there's fish caught on the inside of the North Jetty and the outside. And then the Coast Guard wall was incoming tide as well. Let me do a quick shout out. He may or may not make it to this part of the video, but my guy Ted, he was very, and he was, we fished together. It's kind of one of those things, we met up out there, wasn't planned, just started fishing, and we kind of knew each other, so got to know each other. We watched the show and we started fishing. So he was instrumental in the shark episode. He helped me get through that with following me and keeping a light on that fish. But I digress. Let me get back to the actual show here. I'm going to tell you, what I was using, and also the baits and the hooks and stuff like that. So first, the spot portion of the show. I was using my setup, and this is my version of a kingfish spot rig. It has the 2 dropper loops, 1 dropper loop at the top, and then in the bottom. So about 6 to 8 inches to the first dropper loop, and then about a foot to the next dropper loop, and then tie it to your main line. 1 ounce sinker on there. From the hook to there, about 4 inches on that dropper loop. 2 red, 2 chartreuse, 2 green, and 2 white beads. If you go to Cabela's, they have a stack of beads like this. It's the only size they come in. You can look for, probably if you look up online, look up Cabela's variety pack of beads. So, and then the leader, 12 to 20 pound leader. It doesn't have to be fluoro, it could be that, any of that. Could be at least clear, make sure it's clear line. If you do not want to rig up your own stuff, AquaClear has the the spot kingfish perch rig set up. I've used these in the past, they do just fine. There are number 1, they're J circle hooks on there. The ones with the long shank hook, just do the short, the ones with the circle hooks. The long shank hook, I don't feel like they get as many bites, and it's not, they're not perch, they're spot. So if it's the orange ones, that's fine too, or the green chartreuse, and sometimes they come where they have both floats. One will be the chartreuse, and then the other will be your red floats. And then my baits were fish bites. So easy crab, clams, or the bloodworms fish bites. All of them were working for catching the spot. My rods were both of my 7-foot medium action rods. we have my Alright, we have the Tsunami C-Tech is the black one, 2500 series reel, the Penn Pursuit, 10-pound braid, and then my leader is the 10 to 20 pound clear leader, and my other rod was the Penn Battle 3000, 10-pound braid on that as well. So it's both of them are medium action rods. So covering the part where we're going to catch the spot, you're going to fish the deep holes from Massey's Landing all the way out through Bird Island, and right before you hit that sandbar and that curve to go back around like you're heading out of the inlet. You know, work by the campground, start in the Massey's Landing in that campground by the that will be the Rehoboth side, and also a little bit out into the bay. If you're getting a couple drifts, no bites, move on to the next spot. And keep moving and moving until you get out to Bird Island and all that. And in between Bird Island and Burton Island, that ditch there, there's the green buoy that sits between those two islands right in the center, and the next green buoy after that. It's got to be 500-600 yards away till that next green buoy. And they were in there too. So one day they might be in there, and one day they might be in Massey's Ditch. Really cover the water and you know, to catch them. Figure you give yourself enough time to catch bait to go fish. Sometimes they're on fire, sometimes they're not. Okay, so next I'm going to go over my setup for actual live line. Okay. Alright, so my rod I was using is my Mac Daddy LHM Custom from Lewis Harbor Marina. I have my Penn Battle. There's a 3000 on that, and 20-pound braid on this. And then you're going to use 30-pound leader. You can do fluoro if that suits you. I'm just using regular clear, cheap 30-pound trilene leader, and then my 8.0 circle hook. At least 4 feet a leader. If you want to go more, that's fine too. Sometimes I go up to 6 to 8 feet a leader. What that does for me, if I do get cut off, hopefully it's by the hook, and then I can just retie and not have to worry about the length of my leader anymore. Just put the hook on and go right back at it. So that is your setup for the live lining deal. Now let's talk about strategy. So incoming on the wall, that water deflects and then just makes a big giant eddy in front of that wall. Anywhere from the top of that eddy all the way to the back, pitch your spot in there and allow your boat to drift through. There is really no advantage to using spot lock for that, because you want to cover water. They could be anywhere in that zone, and if you're stuck feeding your spot back to try and make up for the spots you're not covering, the spot will just swim to the top of the water and eventually just not be in the zone. The North Jetty, typically try to fish that on incoming when it's at the top of incoming or the very beginning. That wash will get super rough there and it'll be unfishable. Same thing there. Try and get into the eddy and allow your spot to get washed into there and drift that as well. Keep repeating until you get comfortable with that drift and understand where the fish are. On alkaline tide, on the North Jetty, we're going to have the eddy on the opposite, on the ocean side, and that's a little bit easier to fish. Pull up to the jetty that you're close and comfortable with, and allow your boat to drift back. The variable with that part of the fishing there is the conditions are usually different. Typically, a west wind is the most favorable. Southwest, northwest. Northwest can really slop it up. Southwest is better. Just try and get to where the jetty is, like where you're even with the jetty, and see how your drift is going. If you're going like whichever way you're going, you're going to go the opposite, so you can just drift over it and cover the water that way. You're going to pitch your spot out, let plenty of line out so that spot can get down, and no weight. No weight. Some people use it and they get comfortable using it, and that's the way it goes. But if you want to use it, just use it as discretion and see how it goes. But I personally don't use any weight. So there you go. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Other than that, get out there and flip some things.